recently filmed another loft video where we went down in price point for each one, and you guys really responded well to it. So I thought, let's go ahead and do it all over again. But today I really just focused on finding 3 lofts that I think are very cool and really unique. If you're new here, my name is Kyra. I am a broker with Compass. I run the team Moxie. If this inspires you at all and you are looking for a new home, feel free to reach out. I do have a jot form link in my description box to be able to get in touch. Let's go ahead and jump into the good stuff and check out this first loft. So this first one is 1017 West Washington Boulevard, Unit 2J. This unit is right in the heart of West Loop. It's like right around the corner from Monteverde. Very, very walkable. You have so many of the West Loop prime restaurants and things right around the corner from you. Bars, coffee shops. You get grocery stores in West Loop with your Whole Foods and Mariano's. You're also not too far from the Clinton Pink and Green Line stop, so pretty good for public transit as well. This unit is a 2-bed, 2-bath. It is 3,500 square feet, which is really, really large for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Listed at $1.65 million. Your HOA fee is $987. So looking at this one, if you were to put 20% down, your monthly all-in cost would be approximately $11,414 a month. It is possible to buy this loft furnished. I think that the price point would probably change slightly. That is something they're putting on the table. And it has 20-foot ceilings, a communal roof deck, and 1 parking spot included in that price point. All right, so right when you enter, this is your main living room space. So it's split down the middle by this floating fireplace that is double-sided. I think that is so cool. TV living room set up on the side. They have a TV mounted above it. And then the other side, they have this 10-seater table. It is a duplex, so you have an upstairs on this unit too, which is so cool. And this staircase, I think, is just such a beautiful design element. Also the fireplace, like the fireplace is not to be slept on. Having a floating double-sided fireplace splits up the space really, really nicely while having it be such a cool feature in your home. You can tell that whoever lived here really has a great eye for design. I love that they did this purple wall and the blue couch, the blue chairs, like it's very fun. This is your private roof deck. So there is a communal roof deck, but this I believe is your private roof deck, which is really neat. I love being able to have any sort of space that you can get outside of your home when the weather is nice. And I love that it's covered with these curtains. I think that's such a pretty vibe. Down here, this is below that staircase. So they have it built out with lots of storage here. We've got the shelving units, and then they do have a wine cooler built in, which is pretty cool. Look at these ceilings. Like, this is why I pulled this one. 20 feet. So beautiful. The windows up above being like a skylight, and then the giant fan I think is just like, oh, it's stunning. Also, you can tell here that it is timber, but there's no one living above you, so that does not matter at all. You would have no noise to be able to hear footsteps. All of that light, being able to get all of that sky coming through. Oh, be still my heart. I absolutely love it. I also love that there's lighting all the way around this top bit as well. I think that that's a really pretty design element. The kitchen is a statement piece. Absolutely. The blue cabinets and backsplash is kind of a lot, but it's not that it's ugly. It's just like, it's just not what I would personally pick, but it's so pretty that like, how do you hate on that? The kitchen island being so big in this really funky shape, I think is really cool. I'm 90% sure that these are fridges over on this side. And then you have this giant fridge over here too. I will say I hate a fridge that has a glass door. I don't think the inside of someone's fridge is ever pretty and aesthetic. I don't need to see it. I will just open the fridge to be able to see the inside, but that is a me thing. The Viking gas range stove with the huge hood over the top is so beautiful. The blue is just so bright, but you know, for this kitchen, I can get behind it. Whoever designed this shape of this island is so unique, and that must have been a huge slab. You've got to get pretty good storage in there, I would imagine. They do have the 4 bar stools pulled up to it, this really big light fixture, which is cool. This is all just storage space, which is really nice. On the side, you do have your dishwasher and then your double basin sink. This seems really cool. I think this is your paper towel holder, which is a fun little thing to be integrated into there. I want to learn more about this fridge. The 4 drawers on the bottom. It looks like a chef's fridge for sure. It's just that I don't like the glass panel, but that's a very minor thing. Another angle of the staircase to get upstairs. You're on the 2nd floor, so you do have the trees out the window, which I think is really pretty. This is such a cool home. This is an absolutely gorgeous home. Big windows. I think you might be like courtyard interior facing. So you're not getting like a big skyline view, but you are facing brick, which is nice. All things considered, you could be looking at something a lot worse. All of the art and everything, I'm just so intrigued by it all. Love this area. The skylights, they just ruin me. And I love anything where you can get this shot down view from up above. I think that is so neat. All right, so here is the first of the 2 bedrooms. So they have this is a Murphy bed. This is a Murphy bed. I wonder if this is also set up as an office. So you do have the storage on either side, and then I'm 90% sure that this pulls up and tucks into there. Here is one of the 2 baths. I love the matte black look. I think that is really sleek, and I like the way that it's incorporated into the vanity as well. The toilet just floating there on its own, very cool. Big standing shower. Love the cutout in the shower for storage. Utility closet, so you've got your front loader, washer and dryer. Lots and lots of storage space for linen closet. Really nice that you have a sink in here. This I think is downstairs. So here's the staircase. This must be added storage. This is probably your entryway. Little bar cart situation. Okay, so this is all downstairs on that first floor. They're very thorough with their photos. We've got a lot of photos to go through. Okay, here is your second bathroom. I'm assuming this is the primary. So you have the dual vanity up here. Really cool light fixtures. It's painted this mint green. Lots of storage underneath. You do have your standing shower. And then they do have a little cutout here, which is kind of neat too. Ugh, this shower situation is unfreaking believable. 2 individual showers that they've put together into this huge enclosed shower. Each of them having both a rain shower head, a standard shower head, and a handheld. I can tell it's also a steam shower by this thing on the wall. So you could set this up as a full-on steam room. And then on top of it, as if that's not luxurious enough, having the full standing bath. That is absolutely incredible. I can tell there's also heated floors. That's what this little box would be for that primary bathroom. Oh my God, this shower is something I'm going to dream about for a long time. Such a beautiful shower. I love that they have this bench in here. This one's going on the mood board for sure. They also have this little built-in desk, also in that same sort of color blue. I don't love a built-in desk, but that's also not the end of the world. Their primary suite is huge. Like they have a full couch living room set up in here with a chair. That's a king size bed. That headboard is bigger than you'd ever need any headboard to be in any king size space. But I mean, what else are you gonna do with this? Love these steel beams that are exposed. They have a ceiling fan in here. This window actually leads into your living room. It's nice because they have this track curtain. So if you ever had people over or anything, or if at nighttime you just want to close it off, you can, but it does get really nice natural light because of all those skylights up above too. Primary closet, big walk-in closet. They do have a bench in here and a bench up against this window, which is neat, but lots and lots of storage space. Another view from the windows to the living room. That primary suite is gorgeous. And then this is the staircase to go down. Lobby. Oh, they hurt my heart. They do not have a floor plan in here. I love a floor plan, and I'm kind of sad that they didn't put one in, but that's a-okay. All right, that is the first one. Let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna jump us right into number 2. So this one is right in my neck of the woods. This is 711 South Dearborn, unit 201303. Reasoning for the very long unit name is because this is 2 separate units that they've combined into one. Unit 201 and Unit 303. It is a 4-bed, 4-bath, 4,200 square feet, and this is located right in the heart of Printers Row. I love Printers Row. I think it's just such a cute little area that is often slept on. Such great accessibility to be able to get to the highways, really good access to transit. You've got good grocery stores in this area. There's little parks in this area. We have a farmer's market. Don't sleep on Printers Row. I just absolutely love this location. Your HOA fee is a whopping $2,991 a month. This building on its own already has really high HOA fees, but because they've combined the 2 units, they're now responsible for all of the HOA fees from both units together. That is quite the dollar amount. All in monthly on this one would be $10,780, including the HOA and taxes if you did 20% down. One thing to note on this one, this building does not actually have any parking, but you can rent parking directly behind the building, and it ranges from about $275 to $325 a month. All right, let's go ahead and check out this bad boy. So right when you enter, you'll see very sort of wide floor plan. I love a wide floor plan in a loft. Long and narrow ones just get way too dark. Love the exposed beam at the top, the exposed brick at the back. I think it's really cool that you have this fire escape coming out of your window. This unit faces east. You do have a fireplace built in, and then they have their TV mounted up above it. Roller shades on all the windows. This is why I think that this one's so cool. It's just very unique in how it's sort of set up and how long it is. So you can tell they've redone a lot of this unit. Tons of storage for your kitchen over here. You do have this sort of wet bar sort of situation over here with more storage and your wine cooler. And then they have 5 bar stools pulled up, plus this little like additional sort of table thing, which I think is really neat. We'll get to that in a second. On the other side, tons of storage space. You do have your gas range stove, hood above it, sink over there, dishwasher. But it's kind of like this area is long and narrow, but with windows all the way across. It's just really like, I haven't seen something like this. So I thought this was really interesting. This little table situation that they've built onto the kitchen island, I think I love it. I'm like not entirely sure. I kind of wish I could see this one in person. It's super different. I can't tell if I think it would look nicer and more minimal if that wasn't there, or if I really like it because it breaks up this like incredibly long kitchen island. I really like the lights that they've chosen for this space. I think it goes really well with just the overall industrial sort of feel. And I like to point out this is a step up from this lower level, which I just think things like that are fun. Like this is a cool shot. Like that's a cool space. Here, I believe is the first half bath. This unit is technically a 3.5 bath. So this one is the first half. Here is another living room space, which is interesting because there is the living room on the entire other end of the unit as well. So you've got your staircase right here and then living room space. I love this lamp. I want this lamp. I think that is really, really neat. Big couch. We're gonna get over to that library in a second, but that is a fun one. TV. I have to be honest, I kind of hate this whole setup. I hate that this TV is on this rolling thing. You'd have a cord dragging around all over. Bookcases. I'm not a clutter person, so bookcases for me feel like just an easy place to collect a lot of clutter, and I don't like to keep books. It's one of the reasons why I love a library so much, because as soon as I'm done with it, the book can go back and I don't need to store it somewhere. I think I'd probably rip these out or just do something different with them, but I don't know. Is that just me? I think a lot of people really love bookcases and shelves. Table area. These windows are huge. They're technically not like a full floor to ceiling, but they are basically floor to ceiling. They're massive. And then you do have the extra set of windows up there, which we're gonna get to, which is so cool. So coming up the stairs, this is just another really neat angle of it. I love all of the wood. The black steel framing I think is really incredible. Love this light fixture. Hallway. So this is one of your 4 bedrooms. This one's interesting because it's not enclosed at all. You come up that staircase and you are right in this bedroom. So something to keep in mind, this one definitely lacks quite a bit of privacy, but you get really beautiful natural light in it. Here is one of the first full bathrooms. So you do have a heated towel rack, 2 separate sinks. It's interesting. Upstairs gives more of like a vintagey farmhouse or like French Parisian vibe compared to downstairs, which does not have that vibe at all. I believe your toilet's behind this door, which I love having that be separate. And then your standing shower right here. Big walk-in closet that it looks like they have put a ton of stuff into. This is an office space, so they have it set up with a standing desk and then lots of extra storage. Whoa. Okay, I had not gotten here yet. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? It's like a full seamstress studio. There's so much in here. That is so much fabric and yarn. This is really cool. Who lives here? What do they do? Wow, that's really, really fun. I have not seen anything like that before. That's a huge amount of space to dedicate towards a craft too. They better love what they're doing. That is super neat. Again, not an enclosed room, but what a cool space. And I love that light above that table. Very fun. Another bathroom here. And then is this another bedroom? This is interesting. This room looks quite a bit smaller. Oh, no. We've got more bedrooms. I need a floor plan. I love a floor plan. We've got 2 more bedrooms over here. These are lofted as well, so not fully enclosed. Here is the first one. Again, sticking with that Parisian vibe upstairs. And then here's another one. This one does have an attached bathroom, so I'm wondering if this is like the primary. Exposed brick in this one. I like the vibe in this one a bit more. You do have a side-by-side washer dryer, storage in here, and a sink, so you have like a full laundry room, which is neat. Okay, thank goodness. I was not going to be able to do well on this one without a floor plan. So you enter in, you have that long kitchen there with the bar behind it. There's a half bath off of the foyer, and then the library, which they have it set up as like library sort of family room, TV area. Your walk-in laundry room is cool. Oh, the other 2 bedrooms. So you have 2 bedrooms downstairs. That makes more sense. 2 bedrooms downstairs, full dining area, living room space with that fireplace. And then going upstairs. Okay, wow, that's interesting. So upstairs is this open to below primary bedroom. Then you have your office area with the dressing room. That's that walk-in closet. That's huge. You have your primary bathroom, technically not attached, but it is right there. Then you have a second bathroom right here. This is that studio bedroom number 4, they're calling it. This is where that sewing room is set up. And then another office over here. How absolutely funky. Very, very cool. This building was an old printing house as well. And I will say, even though this one was a printing house, not all printing houses are alike. I live in one myself, but ours is concrete. This one is wood. I would say you probably wouldn't notice it when you're in the bottom level of your home because have the unit directly above. But in your primary bedroom upstairs, you would likely hear footsteps. I'm like, this unit is so crazy. Just every part of that. I feel like I just went on a wild ride. How's everyone hanging? Are we feeling good? Are we ready for the last one? All right, moving on to the last one, as if I feel like I haven't shown enough fun and funky things. This last one is super cool too. Welcome to 1658 West Superior Street, Unit 8. So this one is right in the heart of Westtown. This is a fantastic location. You're really close to Eckert Park. You have your Mariano's right down the street. So many cool little Westtown Italian restaurants right here. I love Beatnik. Flower Power is supposed to be one of the best Italian restaurants in the city. I haven't been before and I really want to go. Opart Thai, one of my favorite Thai restaurants in all of Chicago. Forbidden Root, like this, I love this area. I really do. This unit is listed at $650,000. It is a 2-bed, 2-bath. It is 1,600 square feet, so significantly smaller than everything else we've seen. Your HOA fee is $611 a month. So for this unit, if you were to put 20% down, you would be paying approximately $4,992 a month. This one does include 2 parking spaces in that listing price, so that is pretty good. One of them is covered, one of them is not covered, but let's go ahead and just jump in. It has 30-foot ceilings and I'm so excited for you to see it. Mic drop. What else even needs to be said? This is so cool. It's an old church, and is it an old church? Did I just make that up? Cathedral. This is a converted historic church, and that window is just so freaking gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. We do see converted churches time to time. I always think they're really beautiful. There is another one that's like also right in this neighborhood that I've shown on my channel before that feels a little bit more like modern and minimalist, I'd say. Whereas this one gives much more like artsy loft vibes, which I thought was really fun to show. The stained glass in this is gorgeous, so unique, and just such a cool setup. The way that they've made the exposed ductwork be like a copper color is really neat. You don't really have much of a view out here, but like this little flower power up here is what you're gonna be looking at anyways. You do have a fireplace, which is really cool. They have a, what is that thing called? Ping pong machine. I just sounded really stupid. Oh my God. This is definitely gonna be your main living room space. It's just, I mean, you can tell like they've used a lot more paint colors in here than we've seen in some of the other ones. The wallpaper, the wood accents, there's lots of curves naturally from being converted church. You've got the built-in bookcases over there. You do have a balcony, which is nice too. I think this is your main dining table. This unit is a lot smaller in comparison to the other ones that we've seen. This is like a little side buffet that I think that they're using for storage. I believe this is storage over here too. I don't know how I feel about this because I do think that this would be a good spot to be able to pull bar stools up to. The wallpaper, kitchen isn't like necessarily anything to write home about. I mean, you know what your big design element is in this one, and it's not the kitchen, but that's okay. The kitchen doesn't seem bad by any means. It's just not a showstopper like the rest of the unit. Upstairs, they have this bedroom set up as a little girl's room, which is really cute. I love the arched windows. I think that that is a really, really beautiful touch. Looks like there's pretty tall ceilings in here as well. Little closet, no closet door, I don't believe. And then here is the first of 2 bathrooms. It's not a dual vanity, but it is an extra long countertop, which I really like. I honestly don't know that I think that dual vanities need to have 2 sinks. It's more so that you just have more space that I think makes the bigger impact. Then you have your standing shower here. I really like the tile on the floor. I think the color choices in here are really fun. And you can see they have that cool wallpaper. This is your primary bedroom. So this one is lofted. It is not fully enclosed, but how cool is that to be able to see the top of the stained glass window from your bedroom? I think is really neat. This arch is just the most incredible design element. Like these are things that you're not going to find this anywhere else, and it makes me obsessed with it. It's interesting to me for how heavy they went in design downstairs. I feel like they didn't do as much up in here. And then in their primary bath, this one is set up very, very similarly to how my bathroom is set up. It has a dual vanity. It has the freestanding tub and then the walk-in shower, which I do really like. And then here is your little balcony. Holy cow, they filled it with a lot of flowers and a grill. Very pretty. That's a really lovely little balcony setup. Oh, I think that one's so cool. I could look at lofts all day, every day. I had so much fun pulling these for this video. As always, if you are looking to buy, rent, or sell in the city of Chicago, that Jot Form link is in the description box. I would love to be able to help you. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.